Welcome to Kush Rugs. We are in Portland, Oregon at my favorite rug atelier. Is that what it's called? Atelier. Décollier Atelier. Anyways, so there's nothing better than flipping rugs with the gang here at Kush when you've got a new project underway. The most important thing to think about when you begin the process of selecting a rug is think about number one, the space that you are using it in. Is it in a bedroom where you're not going to be wearing shoes? Is it in a high traffic area? Is it in a living room where you're going to be doing some entertaining? And number two is
what color, what pattern, what print, what style of rug do you want in your space?
And number three, and maybe most importantly, what's the size? And there's no real clear answer on the size of the rug. It obviously depends on the flow of traffic in and out of your room, the size of your furniture, the space around your furniture. We're here with Rebecca, the owner of Kush, co-owner, and you've been at Kush for how long?
Oh my gosh, we've had this business for almost 20 years now.
Okay, so we've known each other for 20 years.
That's crazy. Yeah.
So you pulled some rugs today. Why did you pick some of these rugs to talk about today? What do you want to tell us?
I started out thinking about materials, and one of the biggest mistakes I see people make is opting for synthetic materials.
Oh, that's a good one.
As a way to increase longevity or durability or cleanability. It's a mistake. The strongest material that you can have in a rug is wool. Rug wool specifically comes from sheep that have been bred for centuries to be strong, resilient, durable, extra long fibers, lots of lanolin, so they just repel stains and clean up really well.
Okay.
So I think our audience would say, well, that's great. We would love to have a wool rug, but aren't they expensive?
Well, they can be, for sure, but they don't have to be. I brought out a range of our products here and different price points, and when you're looking at something simple and textural like this piece is a really nice flat weave, that's a completely reasonable price point. A piece like this is pretty quick to weave. They're not having to dye a lot of different materials or a lot of different colors. It's a nice thick nubby yarn, which is faster to spin. So yeah, it's a little quicker, and honestly, time and materials are two really important factors in a price, because somebody is actually doing the work to create this rug.
What about these two wool rugs? How do they compare?
Look at this. I mean,
so
this is
thick.
So this is one of those things where you would think, all this wool, this must cost a fortune.
And it's not?
But it doesn't. No.
Oh, wow.
It's a slightly coarser weave, so it's faster to weave. It's an all-natural wool with no bleach, no dyes whatsoever. This is just what it looks like on the sheep.
So if you get this in a color, it would be more expensive.
No, not necessarily. Okay. No.
Should people be nervous about the pile length differences from here to here and cleaning or wear and tear?
Not necessarily in cleaning. This isn't so shaggy that it's going to get caught up in a vacuum or anything like that.
Tell us what you taught me years ago about vacuuming rugs.
Vacuuming rugs is the most important thing you can do.
Brace yourself.
To preserve the longevity of your rug.
But you don't put the spinny thing on.
The beater bar, you put the beater bar on a pile rug.
Okay, but
not a flat weave.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so the beater bar, what it does is it kind of opens up the fibers, so then you can suction out the dirt. Dirt is like razor blades. That's what causes wear in the rug.
Okay.
So you want to make sure to get that out from the bottom of the rug. Keeping your rug clean is the best thing you can do to preserve the longevity of it. If it's really dirty underneath, you can turn it upside down and vacuum the back to push the dirt out onto the floor. And then have it professionally cleaned every 5 to 7 years.
When you're professionally cleaning your rugs, is there something you should ask them about what to avoid? Like, is there a chemical that's often used? Like, is there any tip that we can give the viewers to ask about before they professionally clean their rugs?
So we always tell people never use chemicals on your rug. No off the rack, like
even sprays to
none
get
of those.
stains out.
Pet stain sprays?
Not even those. No, those can actually compromise the integrity of the rug. And if
Okay.
you don't know whether or not your dyes are stable, or what your materials, like how well your materials were actually handled before the rug was made, you don't want to add anything to it that could make it worse. So
Okay.
really, when it comes to answering your question, the most important thing is that you have a professional who knows how to handle a rug, who
Okay.
can look at this and say, this is a stable dye, or this may be a fugitive dye that's going to run, and so I need to stabilize it. So there's
okay.
a lot. It's a whole
A lot to
it's
consider.
a whole world.
It's
yeah.
a thing. It's a thing.
But
Okay.
if you have yourself a well-made rug with high quality materials, it's gonna last you.
you can't lose. It's a good investment.
Yeah, exactly. And so what you may spend up front, you'll save in without having to replace that rug.
A lot of people think
The
that the
first time
synthetic materials, that they are less expensive and they are more stain resistant, but they actually mat down, they wear out, and it becomes harder to get the stains out even later. So it's
Yeah.
really counterintuitive what people think.
And
that
there's
synthetic.
nothing more sustainable than
Than
wool.
wool. So this is scary.
So, yeah.
This is silk. It's so beautiful. It's like luminescent. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it looks like it's lit up. It's gorgeous.
These are the aspirational rugs.
Okay.
Yes, they are 100% silk. Pile and the foundation, all of this
They're
rug
stunning.
is silk. They're like a blanket. They shimmer and they shine, and they just have such gorgeous texture.
Feels like velvet.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. And I mean, I really just brought them out to show you what silk can do in its like highest form.
Yeah.
You know, it's really refined. It's just
So beautiful.
so beautiful.
Yeah.
So how do you clean these rugs?
The same way. Professionally, if it's a stain you can't handle or a spill you can't handle, but honestly, the most important thing is not to use a chemical on silk or wool.
Yeah.
Blot, don't rub.
Yeah.
Blot, pull whatever you can out of
Out
the rug
first,
with a
yeah.
paper towel or a dry white towel. And then water and a mild dish soap.
Yeah.
Yeah, no chemicals.
Okay.
And just really diluted soap.
Where do you get your rugs? Where do you source them from?
So we travel to India and Nepal. We have productions there that we work directly with weavers and their families. We also get rugs from Afghanistan and Pakistan and occasionally Turkey.
Oh,
a little
wow.
bit of everywhere.
How many
yeah.
times a year do you go?
We go at least once a year to visit the producers and oversee what's going on, develop new lines, new products, new textures. More and more it's about samples.
Oh, okay, because
yeah.
they're made to order and it's
We do so much custom
Okay.
now. We design and order rugs for just about every project we work on.
Okay.
We do occasionally sell stock.
If I want a new rug and I want to partner with Kush and I live in Los Angeles, let's say,
or
what-
even Portland.
how would you recommend that I work with you to get a rug?
I would say get a designer. We actually only work with the trade. We do have people come to us occasionally wanting, just retail people wanting to purchase a rug, and we have a list of designers we can recommend for them to reach out to and work with. But
And it helps a lot. Vision
Massively.
fatigue,
Yeah.
education.
yeah, seeing the whole picture,
Picture,
we
yeah.
see that people save money by using a professional because they make fewer mistakes.
Right.
They're happier with the product.
To get
in
the right
long run.
size,
They get
it
the
works
right.
for
They get the
space.
right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just too many things to think about. People think that designing a home and outfitting a room is really simple.
Yeah.
But there's so many factors. So
Get help.
get help.
One thing I think we should talk about really quickly is size. We need to address how to pick the appropriate size rug for your room.
I think the biggest mistake people make is they get a rug that's too small.
Small. Spatial planning is actually everything in design.
You have
It's
to
really a hard
measure,
skill set.
Measure the pieces that are going to be in the space, and then get your rug.
Blue tape your area. Super standard size rugs are 5x7, 8x10, and 9x12. And if you're curious whether a 9x12 will fit in your space, blue tape 9x12 this way, and I could do 9x12 that way, and see how the flow works, and it'll help you make decisions for sizing.
So let's say the rug you want to use has a ton of color in it, and you're trying to figure out what other pieces you can bring into the space or what paint color you want to paint the wall. This is a really interesting rug because it has literally every color in the rainbow. It has green, it has blue, it has yellow, it has pink, it has red, it has orange, it has cream. Like, how do you even decide where to start? I would start with a neutral. So I would probably look at what colors, like is it a white, is it a cream? Maybe you want to paint your walls green. Like you could look at even a neutral green. The green doesn't have to be the exact same green
Right.
that comes from the rug. It just needs to look cohesive.
Tonal, and a designer's tip is to guess what? It's to
Stand
step
back.
away and
Yes,
see how the
I
colors
love.
change.
This is one of my favorite rugs here. I love the texture, I love the pattern, love the colors. And I was just thinking, okay, if I brought it home and I put it in my living room, what color walls would I pick? And I would pick something really neutral to let this be a statement piece and be the showcase for the living
Yeah.
room. I also have a blue sofa that would look
Yeah,
amazing with it.
amazing, yeah.
But I was just looking at some of these paint colors that, you know, it's not a bright white, but an off-white would be so beautiful.
Just
to
kind of
pick up.
tuck to some of, yeah.
Yeah, pick up the light colors that are coming through here and some of the creams and just really, really let this rug have its moment, but you're picking a color that comes from these colors
Yeah.
for the walls. And then this would also be a really great rug, especially in a smaller size for a kid's bedroom or a playroom because it's so playful. So you could pick, you know, a pink color, a muted pink color would be so pretty to, again, you're pulling some of these colors that are coming through already and just highlighting it and still letting the rug be the star of the show. Thank you for coming with us today to talk about rugs at Kush in Portland, Oregon. We hope you enjoyed it and learned something. If you want more information about rugs, check out our Wild Shaman video where we talk about how to bring really bold and bright and colorful rugs into your space.
Like, subscribe, forward, pass on, share, all the
Comment,
things.
ask us
Comment.
questions.
We want to hear from you.